So have we already seen T9 today?
We saw one map, and it was a best of one. Apparition was knocked out. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna completely forget who played in it. We've seen it once today. We're gonna see it again today. Do you like this map? I love this map.
I absolutely adore this map. I think it's really cool. Haven't played it so much lately, but these guys both will know it very well. And it'll be interesting to see if they've practiced it.
There we go. Take it away.
Right.
Someone Sparks is gonna get LG yellow and miss out on Mega.
Yeah, I love the LG spawn on this map though, because I mean, your opponent obviously wants to go for it, and you can do a lot to deny it. Daheng, wow, going for some nice little chip rockets there, but he's going to get caught in the middle of the map by some LG. Sparks can't deal enough with that LG though, and he's going to get the first frag, but he's lost a lot of stack, and right now he needs to be pretty scared, because Daheng, he's going to have spawned on that rocket side of the map. Daheng, where is he? And yeah, Sparks in a little bit of trouble here. Mega's going to come up. If he drops for it, he's going to take some good rockets. Daheng's going to drop, eating all the LG. Oh, and he manages to back away. There isn't any health. I think the 50 bubble got taken, and yeah, Daheng coming into that LG room is going to give up another frag. But again, I mean, he's keeping Sparks so low. I don't think it's going to matter too much.
Oh, that's a big 50 bubble for Sparks to grab there.
Yeah, maybe time it a little. That was
it's not a
really
bad idea
great
on this map, honestly.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea on any map, really. As long as you
Oh,
can manage
puts
it.
himself kind of into an area where he's gonna have a hard time running away. Daheng can't finish him off though.
He gets a bit backed in. I mean, it doesn't matter if Daheng can't finish him off. In a sense, it's almost better, because Sparks, it's just, you know, completely off the map for a few seconds. You know, as opposed to spawning with a gun and 120 health.
Yeah, no
Sparks
rail on
right
here
now.
either, which is a classic weapon to use to get back in control. So he's gonna have to figure something else out here.
Yeah, it's all about those traps with the teleporters and just kind of using these narrow doorways on the map to your advantage.
And gets on the board though. He didn't have a rocket launcher, Sparks there.
He committed a lot to the middle map too, just kind of in general.
Again.
Yeah, I mean, Sparks really wanting to have a presence at that Mega.
I feel that's
Interesting for
unnecessary.
him to... Yeah, I mean, I think he wanted to try and do something a bit sneaky and like grab the 50 mid-fight or something, or maybe even force Daheng to pick it up. But right now, things are looking not so good for Sparks, because Daheng, you know, he's got yellows coming up for him in a pretty nice cycle. He's gonna... Yeah, Sparks is gonna do his best to push Daheng away, but it's just not enough damage quickly enough. I'm actually
yellowing rocket off the spawn though. That's not a bad spawn.
It's pretty good, but there is going to be a yellow up for Daheng as well, and he has enough time to play for a second yellow too.
It's just about the weapons though. I don't think Sparks actually opted to go towards that rocket, and if Daheng is smart, he doesn't actually have to cut him off. I guess with this much stack, and Sparks, I don't think even went for that rocket. He's got plasma grenade, and he's not going to fare very well against an overstacked opponent.
Yeah, and I mean, Daheng knew that. He could tell from, you know, just I guess magic or just
well,
I guess
your opponent's launching
game knowledge.
grenades
at
you, and like that would have been a total rocket situation there for Sparks, and he didn't even have it out. So it was a good read by Daheng to be able to push in, not have to worry about those corridors that you were talking about to create those traps to get you back into the game.
Well, and that's exactly. I mean, Sparks was just in an awkward position down there, spamming grenades. It was just so easy for Daheng to fly through. Yeah, again, like, Daheng is going to be low after that. There's not going to be any health up for him, but great read on Sparks coming through that teleporter. Yeah, so, I mean, if Daheng didn't hit that rocket coming through the teleporter, we could be looking at a really different game now. But even if he'd missed it, you know, he had room to back away. It was just a good setup from Daheng, and it let him pick up that Mega. He's got a yellow, and right now, Sparks is actually going to completely own him coming through that doorway. And that's exactly what I was saying about, you know, abusing these narrow doorways to just completely destroy your opponent is, you know, probably the best way to really come back in this map. Or any map, but like this map especially, you can just be completely shut down.
Like that was, I think, a little careless from Daheng, but that was some sick plasma by Sparks.
Yeah, well, it's easy to underestimate plasma. and it's exactly right as Sparks to be hitting.
Oh my
like
god, he
that.
followed!
I mean,
No way! Another 18 frag victory. He's coming out by the skin of his teeth, and he's finally actually got a nice sizable stack to work with here. This could be the turning point.
I don't necessarily think I'd call it a turning point. I mean, Daheng can come back again just as easily. You know, he was in control switch around twice in 5 minutes. There's nothing to stop. I mean, we're going to have a bit of a...
That's what a turning point is, Philo.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, I'm just screwing with you.
No. I guess I like to say turning point as, like, having one big turning point in the game.
Like you take like a 90-degree angle and then you start walking the other way like a turn.
Exactly, and Daheng doesn't actually turn around to go through that teleporter, so my joke just got eaten.
Ooh, nice catch in the back by LG.
Yeah, it's a nice
Daheng's
bit
gonna
of
turn
pressure.
around and exchange a little bit because he's got a yellow to fall back into, and he's definitely gonna stick around for this Mega.
Yeah, and Sparks is just going to try and hold him off so that he can pick up a yellow. There's a second yellow these two are going to fight over. I don't think Sparks wants to fight over this.
No.
And yeah, he makes the right call to back away.
Too early for that. Too early for that.
Yeah, and right now Sparks, you can see he's looking a bit nervous because, again, he wants to fight to hang off. To hang with a beautiful direct rocket. Sparks comes back around the corner. He says, you know, I've taken too much damage. I just need to make something of this life and this stack I've got. I'm trying frantically to deny yet another yellow, which it's just going to go over to Daheng pretty easily. He could probably just drop on this Mega.
Oh my god!
See, you could see Sparks wanted to drop on that Mega, but the problem is he hesitated, you know?
He did drop on it.
Yeah, if you want to make a ballsy drop like that, like, and he actually, you know, could have potentially done it, and like, it probably wouldn't have worked, but if he wanted to do it, he needed to just completely say, I'm dropping on this Mega, and go for it. And there was no room for hesitation there.
No, he just got floated, and he's... The LG at Daheng is so punishing. He's hitting 36%, but he's used it a ton. He's gonna get another one here.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I guess, the classic LG fight on this map, is in the middle of the map. And if you're going to dominate the LG usage and take lots of fights there, then yeah, you know, you are going to see players start to pull away with these frag leads.
And he converts off the spawn, he predicts the teleporter exit of Sparks, gonna get another frag, like, he's definitely got this first map in the bag. It is gonna be T9, T7, and ZTN, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good mix, I guess, I mean, given the map pool.
I mean, this still could technically happen for Sparks, but that explosion of frags and then huge control that Daheng got off of that, it's going to make it so hard in this last 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this map can have some really big comebacks, but I don't know if Daheng is the kind of player who would necessarily, you know, give him up.
Not when money's on the line, that's for sure.
No.
Do you see how different the Europeans played? Like, when the money was on the line, I felt like you could kind of see it, like everyone's a little bit hungry for QuakeCon, and these... Well, I know Daheng's going, so I know he's hungry to go there, and like I think you were saying earlier, prove himself. You know, it's definitely a LAN environment for Daheng, you know, against Rafa, against anybody, Cypher. He always gets that second place, what would you even call it, like a label, like he's always the second place guy.
Yeah, that
label.
It would be amazing to see him actually win something.
And he has, but totally, like, I think we're on the same page. I think most people like understand what we're saying, that he wants this win probably just as much as anybody who really wants it the most. That sounds like the most retarded thing to say, but seriously, he's not the only one gunning for the title this year, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, for him to come out first over some of the, you know, really high... I like the standard of the European players is really high, we all saw in the Faceit Cup. And so a first would be a huge deal for a player who, you know, he doesn't have the history of, you know, Cypher or Rafa or even Evil in recent years.
No, but he's always around, and I know that he his team, as much as people will joke about it and say there's no way that the Americans can beat the Euros in TDM. I mean, you may be right, but this team break is one of the few teams that I actually think can win the whole triathlon. The CTF, the TDM, you know, the dual points to be able to win the whole thing based off of the, you know.
You don't think Infernal Gamers are gonna pull it out of nowhere?
IG, no. No way. I don't think Infernal Gamers have a chance at winning Triathlon at all. Unless that was a total troll and then I fell for it.
Definitely not. But yeah, no, so just... maybe a bit. Just having a look at the stats there, you can see the 41 yellow armors for Dahang. I mean, the extra 10 megas is pretty big, but like, just... You can nullify a mega really quickly on that map, I find. So picking up those yellows consistently throughout the entire game, like the extra armor, is just absolutely ridiculous.
I guess we'll go on Sparks on this, yeah? That was,
for sure.
T9 was actually Sparks' map pick, but I feel like we got a whole lot of Dahang, so we'll see what Sparks can do off the spawn. He is going to get mega. Pretty standard start, he's not going to rush LG right away. And neither is Dahang.
Yeah, and always got to watch out for that plasma coming up the LG corridor. Nice little bit of chip damage there from Sparks, actually. That's going to be pretty significant coming into the first spawning of these two items.
And this is a very classic exchange, the rail player most likely having the elevation, or going to get the shaft of his own, and the shaft player going to get red this time and get a rail of his own. So both players basically giving each other the tip of the hat, and I think we'll see our next big encounter on the next red, if not this mega.
Wow, yeah, and Dahang is actually positioned pretty passively for it. Sparks is going to fly through. I think maybe a little bit too much momentum there, because it meant he'd get bounced through that doorway, but it's not going to matter too much. Yeah, and this could actually be a nice move from Sparks.
It was a great move. He stays low ground, he can punish either Mega or the red. Now he does get a little hasty. I don't blame him, it's only a minute in. You don't want to forfeit too much of the map right now.
Yeah, and picking up Mega is absolutely fine, because, I mean, he's always gonna, like, you can pick up armor on this map, there's armor around, but getting that Mega for free is huge.
Yeah, and he is still untouched at this point, 180, 180. Dahang, though, he's only taken a few rails, and he's still picking up items of his own, so Sparks has to be careful. He can't just rush him right now. He's being real slow, real tactical. It's good. He's looking for opening damage.
Wow, you can see that auto hop there from Sparks. Actually, is pretty. Wow.
And to hold my breath. Almost got the levitation. Down to 40 HP though. 25 gonna help out, and it sounded like Dahang was actually doubling back there. When he's caught Sparks going for yellow and red.
That was fairly optimistic of Sparks.
Nice rail.
And yeah, I mean, that was a fairly, like, Sparks got a really great start. And Dahang was just patient, he waited for his opportunity, it just so happened to present itself after about a minute. And now Dahang has absolutely everything, and it's going to be Sparks to see if he can do the same. He's not off to a great start here, though.
Unreturned damage. That doesn't even take the red, because he knows it'll sync up with the Mega if he does, so he's going to figure out where Sparks is. He's going to know Sparks has at least gotten the LG and probably has worked his way over to the other yellow, just because that LG was gone, and if Sparks is in this big room without a railgun, he could be in a lot of trouble again.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, he really needs to try and... He doesn't have time to stick around for this Mega, and finally we're going to see him start to back off.
He wanted that so bad. He didn't actually take a rail, so I think he's pretty lucky. I agree, he shouldn't have stuck around because that's what was going to happen to him eventually. Dahang will end up still smacking him in the back, and every single item up in the next 24 seconds. I've not seen that very often on T7.
And yeah, just, incredibly solid play there from Dahang, So everything's going to come up at once, which is pretty good for Sparks as long as... Well, even if he dies here, he should spawn on Mega.
Should. He could have spawned right where Dahang's rocket hit. He will steal away Mega, Dahang will miss his rail, and Sparks going to force an LG fight. I don't know if I agree without armor. But he's making it work.
He is hitting.
Dahang's out of rail. Out of shafts. 3 more bullets. 2, 1, dead.
Oh my god.
Well done. Well done.
I really don't know what just happened. I mean...
Ammoed. Couldn't get the shot and ran out of ammunition. Dahang may have just been reclining in his chair laughing that was actually happening, because it was quite comical.
Oh, I know. I mean, there's no way Sparks could have known that would have happened like that.
That was forfeit position on Mega, though. Has enough ammo that he can kind of hold this off, but I don't think Dahang is going to jump.
Yeah, and exactly right there. In theory, that could have worked out well if Daheng jumped, but Daheng would never jump there and get pinned like Sparks did earlier. Oh no,
Daheng doesn't. Oh my gosh! Failing the jump, he's forced into an engagement, and he doesn't have enough health to even use his last remaining bit.
Yeah, and again, like I just that situation went really well for him. Well, I mean, it went fairly well for him until he chased through that teleporter. That was kind of signing his own death warrant. So yeah, Sparks, and I feel like he's just not necessarily valuing his life enough. Oh, that 1 HP frag. Oh no.
That was awesome. He's like, I got this, don't worry.
Yeah.
That was a lot of confidence there to fly onto that bubble, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I mean, yeah, with one machine gun bullet would have been enough if Sparks just happened to somehow get into the middle of the map.
And Sparks can't punish him on the health. By the way, everyone whispering me, telling me that the server's unranked, it does 4 MG damage. I don't really think it's going to come into play unless we have an MG kill, and we did. But it's not like it's increased, so... I mean... Oh my god, these rails out of Daheng. It's just MG damage. Honestly, guys, what it probably was, I'm pretty sure I know what happened. Daheng probably had a TDM server up before, and he didn't reset his server info when he made the duel server, so it used the 4 damage MG. Nothing else would actually be affected though, so it's fine as long as like the players realize it. I'll allow it. Shouldn't be like that, but you know, they just crying over it. As we will have an engagement from Sparks finally challenging.
Wow, yeah.
Pretty poor punish on Mega though.
Yeah, I think he was just caught by surprise when Daheng dropped down there.
Gets the frag anyway though. Three frags of difference. Little over 3 minutes to go. That's not bad. Daheng will rush in for red, and this is another frag for someone. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a well-calculated rush there from Daheng. It feels like he just has these item timers down a lot more, like, precisely. Like, Sparks knows when everything is, but he doesn't... Like, you can see the difference in knowing it kind of to the next 5 seconds and knowing it to the second, and Daheng's really using that to his advantage.
Chat calling replay or riot. Alright, let's just pause the server, let's start over. No. But no, you're absolutely right. He's got this down. Like, he's in the zone. He's just flowing. I don't know if having it down to an exact science and just flowing are actually align up now that I think about what I've just said and to response. But
well,
the kid's doing alright. He's doing okay.
Having them down is allowing him to flow, I guess, you know.
I suppose. Like, Mega is up behind Sparks. I wonder if he knows.
Yeah, he's definitely going to pick it up. Well, yeah, and in theory, that actually could give him a bit of an edge, and it will. And with that rail, that's exactly what he needs right now, but these two are going to meet in a fairly awkward way. Nice
more unreturned damage. I'm going to switch over to Sparks.
Definitely. This has to be the comeback, and there's the finish. Probably could have gone with an LG rather than a rail, but either way, it's a frag.
Daheng is going to be long gone out of this room. Has to for another crazy rail if he wants it. If he wants any shot at damage. Does miss it. He's got items to fall back onto. He just needs to worry about running out of rail slugs, because when you have to stop and get rail on this map, it's going to take a while. Luckily nothing else is really up though for Daheng to steal away while Sparks is collecting more slugs, so...
Yeah, it was a really fortunate time to run out of rail, like just really convenient with everything else, and he's going to catch Daheng up this jump pad, somehow not dealing anywhere near the damage he should. Is this going to... it's a pretty messy frag, and that's going to slow down the next one.
He's going to wait for this, he's going to be late for red. But Daheng is going to respect his lead, and he's going to keep... Oh my gosh. He hits these shots, and he's hitting them. Does he challenge Mega? No way.
Yeah, there's no way Daheng's going to stick around here.
Alright, cool. We got ourselves a real match on our hands here. This is Sparks' upper bracket life, by the way. If he loses this, he goes to lowers. So, he's got to win this to bring it to ZTN. He does have all the stack to do it with. Here's a few footsteps, and he's on the hunt.
And I mean, 2 frags on this map can actually come pretty quickly. There are a few bullshit spawn frags that, like, you know, in the middle of the map, you can get those really, really horrible spawns. So this is very much... I mean, time is running out, but it's still alive, and I actually like moving away from Mega. I wouldn't necessarily go back for it. It's not... It doesn't, like... The time he loses waiting for Mega, I think, hurts him more than gaining that extra 50 points of stack does.
But you know what? With the way Dehang was walking back into that room, had he gone and not found Dehang is going to find him in the end and make it a 3-frag game with only 20 seconds left. Now I don't think it's actually possible, but with where Zorak had seen Dehang ran to the grenade area. That's an area where when an opponent comes at you, if you're ready for it, you're guaranteed some damage onto them, period. So Sparks didn't want to risk it in that engagement, so he waited for the Mega, and it's a good thing he did, because if you saw Dehang came through the lower corridor, and he would have stolen Mega away while Sparks was being all slow and cautious going through to the yellow. So, I mean, it's a double... there's 2 arguments to that, you know?
Yeah, definitely. But either way, it is going to be Dehang taking that win 2-0. Alright, and so then this is going to be the upper bracket final between Dehang and 0-4.
No 4
somewhere else.
I'll take just a second, we'll find that one.
Why no Rafa? This question gets asked like every 5 seconds in chat. It's pretty great.
Where's Rafa?
Yeah.
Where is he? File him. You were supposed to bring Rafa with you.
Oh yeah, I left him at the airport.
Damn it.
No, Rafa can't play today because Dehang's playing. Those two seem to just like...
There's gonna be someone who's never watched a stream before, they're gonna be like, okay... But no, it is true. Up until this coming week, this upcoming Sunday, should the world not end, we'll finally have our show match between Rafa and Dehang. Because they always alternate months for whatever reason.
Yeah, I think it's a big plot.
Thanks for joining us again, everybody.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You've actually got, well, when I was watching at least, you had quality control options.
It's all about them quality control.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen that on one of your streams before. It was good. It meant I could actually watch.
That means Noctis can watch too. That joke is gonna get old eventually, but it's still funny to me right now.
Well, it's like that joke is really old anyway. I mean,
true.
Like ES Reality jokes, some of them go back a really long way. Speaking of ES Reality, did you catch Sujo casting with Too Good yesterday?
I did. Thanks for the $1. Respect the taco. Yeah, Sujo was talking about how he invented rocket jumping.
Yeah, the rocket jump on DM4 in Quake World.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, that was very funny casting, and especially because neither of them knew the map.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think
here. Sorry, I'm just kind of looking at the brackets. Go ahead.
You know, definitely Too Good's pronunciation of Silence P made me very happy.
And I think that we're gonna have a server here real shortly, guys. Otherwise, I'll hop into a lower bracket game. We do have id versus Sparks. Cygib and Bronson are playing right now. And the winner of that will play Zorak. So we do have Dehang and 0-4 though. Right. Upper bracket. I'm gonna see if they're gonna play right now. Otherwise, we'll go to a lower bracket match, guys.
Yeah. But yeah, so in the lower bracket we've had Twitch eliminated by id, who is now playing Sparks, who will now play Spark potentially on stream, depending on what's going on.
You know what?
So
let's just go watch Sparks, actually. Sorry to interrupt. Right. What were you going to say about the bracket?
No, yeah, I mean, it's moving along really well. I'm impressed. But you know, I might take 5.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll figure it out here, and looks like the stream itself might be taking about 5 minutes, guys, so if you want to go do something, you have at least that much time. So we'll be back in a sec.
Alright, awesome.